What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Artie, Executive Director of Film It's Art, and today we have the privilege, the pleasure of breaking down Trey Benson, running back from the University of Florida State, formerly of Oregon. This young man, ladies and gentlemen, is a human bowling ball. Like, he is impossible to bring down on first contact. Impossible. He breaks tackles like you going to take your morning pee. He breaks tackles like a baby drinks down a bottle of milk before bed. He breaks tackles like I break down film. Always. Trey Benson, man. Where do you start? I guess we could start with his scouting report, letting you guys know what he can and cannot do. First off, great size for the position. 6 foot 216. Those are the official combine measurements. This comes out the day that he performs the combine running, doing running back drills. So stay tuned for that. Also, patience, right? Setting up his blocks, really good at that. Amazing contact balance. As I've said, he is outstanding when it comes to breaking tackles. Broke the most tackles in college football in 2022 and did so on less than 150 carries. So, outstanding. Very capable as a pass catcher. And one thing I would like to see him get better at is short yardage situations. Like just being a better short yardage runner. Trey Benson, man. I think when it comes to this running back class, it's not top heavy, but at the same time, it does have talent. And I think Trey Benson is the best, most talented running back in the 2024 draft. His ability, as you guys are seeing, his ability to just, bounce off tacklers, his ability to, turn on the jets when needed. His ability to, catch the ball out of the backfield. Those are all things to where, Trey Benson really puts himself in a class, not above everyone else, because there's Jonathan Brooks, there's Braylon Allen, there's Bucky Irving. But he kind of puts himself in front of those guys, especially when you think of the physical profile. Like, look at the way he's cutting back against Clemson here. Like, Dude is just awesome. Same thing here against Miami. You see the raw ability to figure out that hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's two guys right there. He's got a two-way go, and he makes the right decision, and he gets yards after contact. That's just the type of runner that Trey Benson is. He does, when it comes to I guess you would say the in between the tackles runs, running between the tackles. He does have a tendency to, slow play it, and it's not because his acceleration is off or anything. It's more he's just very patient, Segway Jones. Patient between the tackles. Like, he tries to be patient. He just doesn't want to, because he knows he runs that, 4.3 40. So he just doesn't want to, slam into the hole. He wants to take his time, read his blocks, set his blocks up even. And you like to see that out of your running back. Just another example there, the short yardage stuff. When he gets in between the tackles, he's a different back. He's not as explosive. He's not as violent. He breaks tackles, but as far as like foot speed and everything between the tackles, you see it's a notable difference. But it has nothing to do with quickness, though. Like, his quickness, his acceleration, it's all still there. He just runs a little bit differently once he faces, those gaps running between the tackles. But yeah, man, Trey Benson, as I've already said, we'll really like to see him improve in the short yardage area. Most of his touchdowns came from outside of the 10. Not really any inside the not as many inside the 5 and things of that nature. So I'd really like to see him improve there. This is just drop pass, obviously, but he's got some potential in the pass game, right? You guys are gonna see this dude is a real natural capture the football. This play right here is pretty significant. You see the ability on the little setup screen there, to keep that contact balance, right? Just stay on your feet, keep churning, all of that. You love to see that from your running back. Again here, getting out in the flat. Nice hands catch. Again, fight through contact. He's really a natural hands catcher, honestly, you guys. Very natural hands catcher. And in today's NFL world, that's okay. Everybody doesn't have to be a Christian McCaffrey. But if you can just naturally catch with your hands, you should be set up for success. This is the play I was trying to get to. I had my plays mixed up in my order. This is the catch on Barrett Carter, who's probably going to be the best linebacker in the draft next year. Would have been if he came out this year. So a good play by Trey Benson there, catching, getting a foot down as well, running a route on him. Same thing here against Miami. Get the ball into him in space. You see natural hands. Another example here against Clemson. You see, get the ball to him in space and see what he can do after the catch. As you guys are seeing, Trey Benson is one of those players that when he gets his hands on the football, he can make something happen from anywhere. So that's also why I'm so high on Trey Benson. I don't have a first round grade, I don't have a second. But when you get the ball in his hands, he's a very, very dynamic player. Pass pro is pass pro. He's a running back, so put that in here to show, that part of his game. It's meh. Like, it's not terrible, but as you guys are going to see on this play, kind of lets up there and leads to a sack because he's trying to leak out and be an option for the quarterback. So pass pro is kind of meh for Trey Benson. But honestly, on third downs, most teams probably aren't even going to ask Trey Benson to do pass pro. They're probably going to, try to have him, do the little checkup thing and try to leak out the backfield as a safety valve for the quarterback. Strength and speed, right? The strength and speed combo for Trey Benson. See him running in the red zone. You see the difference between that run and the other between the tackle runs. Once he's able to accelerate, like, there's truly not many people that can just stop his natural leg drive as you see here against Miami, right? Like, Trey Benson, he has that rare size, speed, power combination, which is why, as you guys are going to see later when you see my comp for him, why that comp makes sense. Again here, getting out in the open space, if he keeps his feet, that's probably a 45 yard gain. His ability to identify cutback lanes, and then just the pure speed, right? They say he stepped out of bounds here. I don't believe he did, so I just kept it in the film session anyway because it showed off the speed. But you see what he looks like in the open field, bro. When he gets a chance to fully accelerate and then speed up, there's just not many people that can catch him. And the next few plays we're gonna see before we wrap the film up, he's running away from linebackers, defensive backs. He's running away from defensive backs. Once he gets his angle, once he finds his angle on you, he's so hard to stop. And that's why he is my RB1. Because out of all the backs in this class, other than maybe Jalen Wright, no back really runs away from people like Trey Benson. Buggy Irving is quick. Trey Benson is fast. You see how he gets that angle there on that Miami defender? I think that was James Williams, the safety. There's no chance. There's no chance. Once he turned that corner, there was no chance that he was going to get caught. So it's going to wrap it up for the film for Trey Benson, running back from Florida State. As you guys are seeing, the scouting report, I've already read it. Not really going to continue to read on. You guys can read at your own leisure. And my comp for him is Nick Chubb. Career stats, as you saw, spent some time at Oregon, had a gruesome knee injury, and then, most of the career production came from Florida State. And then here we have Trey Benson's team fits: Cowboys, Bills, Panthers, and Eagles. If you like the video, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Peace.